Hello and welcome back to Bee Boss Kitchen. Today I want to cook chicken for you, but I want to do it, it's an old Southern method. A dear friend of mine, Miss Inez, who is no longer with us, she's been gone, this August will be 9 years. And she lived to the sweet age of 95, one of the sweetest people I've ever had the privilege of knowing. A little bit about me, I am a hairdresser. I have been a hairdresser for 38 years, and so a lot of these little sweet ladies I have gotten to know and love through that career that I had. So I want to share this with you today. I'm sure that this method of cooking chicken this way is probably well over 100 years old. I feel like she probably learned this from her mother, and she shared it with me. We would talk about cooking a lot when she was in my shop and I was working on her hair. So let's get started. I want to share it with you, and hopefully you will be able to use it and will enjoy it as much as I have. I'm going to be cooking some chicken quarters. The dark meat, of course, you can cook any type of chicken that you want. And I have cleaned my chicken and have salted and peppered my chicken. And so now I'm going to add it to my pot. And the secret to this, she said, is that you have to use a cast iron pot to do this. Otherwise, it's not going to turn out the proper way. So I have a cast iron Dutch oven pot, and I'm going to put about 1/8 of an inch of avocado oil in the bottom. I'm using avocado oil. I've used vegetable oil in the past, but I'm going to do it with avocado today. And so you put 1/8 of an inch in the bottom of your pot before you put your chicken in. This basically is just going to cover the bottom of your pot pretty much, is all that it will amount to. Okay. Just checking to see how much I had in there. All right, and now we're going to place our chicken in the oil. And then you want to cover the chicken about 2/3 of the way with water. I think that's pretty good right there. Okay, and now you're going to put a lid on it, but you want to vent the lid so that the water can escape. So I'm going to angle my lid so that it has a crack in it, and I'm going to turn it on high just to get it hot and going. I'm going to leave the lid on this vented so that the water can escape from the chicken as it cooks down. She told me that as it cooks down, or when it gets down to the level it should be, that it will actually make a different sound, and you could tell by that. That's when you turn the chicken and then add more water and cook the other side. Okay, the chicken has been cooking now for, let me see, that's about almost 30 minutes on one side. And can you hear the sizzle? I'm going to get down with my mic. You hear that? The sound is changing in this. It's starting to make a sizzling sound. So I'm going to take the lid off, and I'm going to turn the chicken. I don't know, I can't remember if I said when I started the video, but this is called stew-fried chicken. And it is so good. Okay, you can see most of the water has cooked down. So now what you're going to do after you turn the chicken is add more water about halfway up the chicken. Okay, now we're going to put the lid back on and let the heat come back up in it and start cooking again. Okay, while the chicken finishes cooking, I'm going to make some buttermilk biscuits real quick. I have done a video already on the biscuits, so I'm not going to be giving any dimensions. I'm just going to make these the way that I normally make them. So I want to get started and show you the way that I do them. I make a well, and I dip out my shortening. And pour in my buttermilk. And then I start bringing the flour in from the edges. I have my oven. I have preheated it to 450 degrees, so it's already hot and ready for them to go in, but I wanted to wait until the chicken was getting closer to being done. I'm making lunch for my son that lives down the road from me. He's my oldest son, and he's not married. He lives alone, so whenever I cook, I try to fix a plate and run down to him, because you know how it is to be a bachelor. He does cook, though. He's a good cook, but he's also a mechanic, and so he stays really busy and doesn't have a whole lot of time to spend in the kitchen. So I'm just squeezing my shortening now that my flour has thickened up my milk mixture. I'm going to work a little bit more flour into this. I had made a video doing biscuits for one of my subscribers, Thomas Wisnett. And I don't know, Thomas, if you've tried to make them yet or not, but I tried to show you an easier way maybe to roll them out. But I'm going to roll these the way that I was taught growing up to make biscuits. This is the way my mama always made biscuits. Today is my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter's birthday. She's 21 today. And she's a mother. She and her husband have a little 6-month-old daughter. So she has made me a great grandmother. Okay, I'm going to start bringing the edges in. I want to flour that and bring it in. Today is Tuesday, the 4th. And we actually celebrated Gracie's birthday on Sunday, the 2nd. With everybody working and stuff, it's just always easier to do our things like that when everybody's off. And you don't want to work your dough too much. You don't want your biscuits to be packy. I had already sifted my flour. Okay. I think that's probably pretty good. So now I'm going to wash my hands so I can get a clean start with rolling them out. Okay, I have greased my cast iron frying pan. I'm going to bake them in those. And I'm going to place them close together so that they will rise up to be thick. Keep your hands floured so the dough doesn't stick to your hands. It's going to stick a certain amount, but except those pieces of dough, work them in. Okay, and I'm going to roll this one up. And I've got to squeeze it in. Okay, and then we always came and with our fingers pressed down. And there you have it. I will pop these in the oven. They will bake probably for about 15 minutes or so. And then maybe our chicken will be getting close to getting done. I'm going to cook some broccoli in the meantime. And I'm baking some sweet potatoes. And then we'll have lunch. So I'll be back soon. Okay, the biscuits are done. I'm taking them out of the oven. I'm going to butter the tops of them. Chicken is done. I'm going to take it out of the pot because I want to make some gravy. So I'm going to, doesn't that look good? It is delicious. Yum, yum, yum. Good old Southern food. Okay, now I'm going to make some gravy to go over some rice. Turning my heat back up. I'm going to add some flour to this to thicken it, to make a roux, which basically you have to do with gravy. Unless you want it the consistency of water. Now I'm going to give that a stir, scraping all the dredge up off of the bottom. I'm going to add some salt and some pepper. Okay, and now I'm going to add water to this. Trying to break all the particles loose on the bottom of the pot. Now I'm going to pour in a little bit of kitchen bouquet to make it a little bit browner. Turn my heat down on it. Stir that in real good. And there you have a great gravy. Oh, that's going to be so good. Turn the heat off. Look at that. Oh, yum, yum, yum. How good that's going to be. Okay. That little guy really got crowded in there. Nice and brown. Doesn't that look good? I think they'll be really good. Let me try a crumb. Oh my goodness. Very crisp. Oh, that's so good. Don't those look really yummy? I think they will be. We'll try them out in just a few minutes. Okay, I have finished the lunch for me and my son. And so now I'm going to fix my plate and do a taste test for you. I'm going to start with putting a little bit of rice. And some gravy from the stew-fried chicken. Some broccoli that I have stewed. And a piece of chicken. And of course, last but not least, a good buttermilk biscuit. Doesn't that look good? Good Southern cooking at its finest. You just can't beat it. I hope you will try my recipe, and I appreciate all of you who have subscribed. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and I'll reply back to you. Click on the bell, and you'll be notified when I post another video. And so now, we're going to do a taste test. Oh, by the way, I want to say, when I posted my almond macaroon cookie video, I did do a taste test in that, but I'm learning with my camera and my mic and all of that, and somehow that had shut down. So my daughter-in-law was like, "Where was the taste test? You always do a taste test," because she knows that is my favorite part of the show. So now I'm going to do the taste test. We're going to try the chicken. And of course, normally I wouldn't be using a knife and a fork. I'd pick that bad boy up with my fingers and just eat it. But here's to you. Stew-fried chicken, thanks to Miss Inez. Oh gosh. It's so tender. Let me try some of the rice with the gravy. Oh. You all have to try this. It is absolutely delicious. I know I say that about everything, but everything pretty much has been delicious. If you like the recipe, I will have it posted in the description box below. And until the next time, may the Lord bless and keep you and your family safe. And I'm so excited to be with you again. This is Beba saying have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.